straight, baby.
He's been quiet for like a full hour. Oh, you're gonna start your stream?
How old is it?
Oh, I'm muted. Like.
Oh boy, that 30 seconds always creeps up on me. All right. Yes, hello, welcome to our newly rebranded monthly music live stream show, White Oak Favorites. It was time to hang up the hat on Fedora Favorites. Although I'm still going to
Are
be
you sad?
triggering everybody by wearing it. You know, it feels like the end of an era to me a little bit, but you know, it was a name that Jeff Winston had actually came up for me. That was kind of the main reason why I was so reticent to kind of let go of it. But I do think people would look at that name and be like, "What are we even? What is going on here?"
It's a show about hats. Your favorite hats.
Yes. All right. So, hold on. I want to double check that we are live everywhere. I didn't get to double check. Yep. All right. I think we're good. So, yes, I'm live streaming this to both the White Oak Creators Guild channel and my own channel. Just for now, as we're trying to build up the White Oak Creators Guild channel, because we just started, so there's only 60 subscribers. So if you get the chance, if you're able to hop on over to the White Oak Creators Guild YouTube, make sure you subscribe over there. All right. And let's see here. Okay, on the panel with us, we have Caitlin. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. You don't have to mute your mics. I kind of like it when people don't have their their mics muted, because then it's a little more chatty.
Like it takes a second to thanks.
Yeah, and even if there's the sound of a baby, that's all right.
Thanks.
All right, and we have Sally Hassenfrau. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me. This will be fun. This is our first one. This is exciting, so
yes.
Yay.
The dawn of a new era.
That's right. This is big. This is a big thing. You were here.
Yes.
For the very first one.
Where were you when the new era started? The new the dawn of the next Renaissance.
Yeah.
And then we have with us Burkana, aka Swallowed by the Thicket.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Nice to be here. I'm finally showing myself.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Do you still have that violin? Yes, yep, I see the violin is up in the window. That's such a cool
violin.
Is nice. But you also have a viola, right? Is that right?
I do play viola, yeah. I have a violin and viola. That one.
Which do you like playing more?
Oh, violin. Or which one do I play more? Lately, it's been viola. For some reason, I have a lot of viola students over violin, so I'm always playing viola.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I played viola in major quotation marks when I was a youth in the youth symphony.
Oh, that's
a Ute.
Yeah, the Utes.
I was never any good at it, and I never practiced, and my teachers hated me because I never practiced. So, yeah,
that's all right.
All right, and so we have a new musician with us that will be playing one of his songs a little bit later. Somebody brand new that I'm sure most of you haven't heard yet. Tranceiver, welcome.
Thank you, guys. Really happy to be here. to be amongst folk and just get a chance to have a platform. So yeah, I'm stoked to be here.
Excellent. And then we have Hinky with us as well.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. All right. And I think we will just go straight into our first song. It's going to be kind of a shorter. Okay. Once again, I have to find the music. Take me a second. It was real. Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, well, not quite yet. So
Oh, wait, not.
here we go. All right, very cool. A bit of okay, got Caitlin back. A bit of classical style composition for you. Very kind of cinematic sounding. I think this guy Stamos Madrou. I'm not exactly
I
sure.
think it's Stamos. I think it's Stamos because I saw
yes,
him.
like John Stamos. Okay.
Like,
'cause he said he
yes,
was
I
Greek.
saw him in the chat and I was like, oh, we have an appreciator. We have a Full House appreciator in the chat. And then I was like, oh, now I see. It's his real name.
That's a very Greek name. Stamos Madrou.
Oh yes,
That's how
yes.
you say it.
Resident Greek.
Mm.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But,
Yeah, it's
but
very
that
lovely.
last name Madrou, isn't that like kind of like French sounding?
It sounds pretty Greek to me, especially
Oh,
with
that-
the first
that
name
is Greek?
Stamos.
Okay.
It's Greek to me.
Yeah, it's all Greek to me. That's right. That's funny.
Yeah, and yeah. So this is a guy I discovered recently on X. Very cool. He's got a lot of these Ode to Europe compositions that I'll be playing on future shows. And he said, and he's very inspired by like film soundtracks as well. Thought that was cool because I listen to a lot of film soundtrack stuff, and potentially might try to get him to do a little work for my next film once I finally get
Oh,
that
I hope so. Yeah.
figured out.
Yeah, that was great.
Um,
Like you said, very cinematic, very atmospheric kind of. It was very like, yeah,
mhm.
soaring kind of thing. I would love if that was like a real pipe organ. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. That organ. It's
It
very
was
peaceful.
kind of interstellar-ish.
Yeah.
The organ there.
Yeah, I was like watching a video of the Sistine Chapel while listening to that. I think the vibe fit perfectly. That would actually be like a perfect music video for this song. Is just like screenshots of like all of Michelangelo's work. So
Right.
that would be really cool. Does this guy have his own channel yet? Or yeah, I think I follow him on X, but
Mm-hmm. Yes, and he's got a YouTube, and
okay.
I did post the links
Cool.
in the chat, as well as if you go to the description, you can find all the artist links, as well as a way to super chat if you're interested in that. Just
Yes, do that.
through Buy Me Coffee. I did set up a Buy Me Coffee for White Oak Creators Guild today, so if you're on the White Oak Creators Guild channel, I put the White Oak Buy Me Coffee. But if you're on the WolfShield Studios channel, I put the WolfShield Studios Buy Me Coffee. So you can kind of pick which one you'd like to send a super chat to if you'd like, because we got projects in the works with White Oak Creators Guild. A lot of things in the works, and some money would certainly help with these projects. But also, I am developing my next film, and I'm hoping to raise about $20,000 for that one. It's going to be a really big project. It's going to be much bigger than anything I've done before. I'm taking a real big swing with this one. I'm still developing the story, but yeah, and I've
The
raised,
vibe is going to be epic. You've got an epic
it's gonna be
vibe
so
coming.
epic.
Yeah.
But I've raised $8,000 for that so far, so
That's
Wow.
pretty
doing
great.
okay.
Okay.
That's awesome.
But I
Yeah.
have like a really cool concept for a story, but I haven't figured out everything, and I haven't figured out the ending. That's like a big thing. That is, like, what is the ending gonna be?
Cliffhanger.
Ambiguous
Never-
ending. That's typically how I kind of like to end my movies. Or maybe I'll have a happy ending for the first time. all my movies have had very kind of sad, dark endings. So that'll be my twist, is a happy ending.
Baby Teeth was sort of a happy
Yeah, like
ending.
you could have like
other than
Yeah, that was the
ripping all his
closest
teeth
thing
out.
to a happy ending. Yeah. All right. Enough about that. So I just want to shout out people in the chat. Uberfolk. He said it's going to be great. Well, thank you. He said just don't have an ending where no one knows what happened, like my last movie.
you have to use your imagination. It's audience participation when you don't know what happened. It's up to you.
I want people to debate what was the meaning of the ending.
Ooh,
Shout
the
out.
next White Oak project is make an ending for WolfShield's video.
Yes, that'll be our next writing contest. Yeah, write the ending.
Yes. I'll have everybody send in their own versions of an ending for a story they know nothing about. Because I'm going to keep it super I like to try to keep everything super under wraps. But I can say it involves vampires. Let's see. The Desperate Void. Howdy, brother. He says, no happy ending. All right. I'll make sure it's dark and depressing, because those are the best. Those are my favorite type of endings. We got somebody called Virtuose something 8477. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. And we got Elithi Bergsinib. Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce this name. He says hello. Hello to you. We have Under the Dogwood, which will be playing one of her songs a little bit later. Welcome. Tricky Woo was here earlier. Hi, Tricky Woo. All right. I think we can go to our next song then now. Here we go. And it's a music video.
Each other near and left me undone.
All right. A little bit of cinematic goth from August Angst. I'm not super familiar with this guy, but it featured, of course, our favorite froggy friend, Bleunwenn.
The vocalist reminded me of the Depeche Mode very much when it started. I was like, oh, this is Depeche Mode.
Definitely Depeche Mode vibes, for sure.
I don't know
Yeah.
about where you guys. I don't know about if where you guys are, but today is kind of cold and dreary, rainy day today, and that was a good song for the weather that we're having. So I enjoyed that.
Well, it's cold and dreary and miserable every day where I'm at, so yeah. I feel you
It's been
there.
in the 80s every day, and today was surprisingly 30 degrees when I woke up. So
Did you say it was 80 degrees?
it's been
Oh,
It's been 80 degrees where you've been at?
yeah, I'm in
Oh,
North Carolina.
lucky.
It's that
Oh
all of
yeah,
a sudden it was very cold.
it's been like that here in New England. It was really hot last week. It must be an East Coast thing. Really hot last week or this past week, and then all of a sudden it's cold. Last night it was about 30 as well here in Connecticut.
ooh.
We got one nice day where it actually hit 70 here. And then it zipped right back down to like 30s and 40s.
Oh wow.
It
Oh, man.
plummeted. It just went way. Oh gosh, I can't. I don't envy you at all. I could not.
No, it
Mm-mm.
feels. I describe living here trying to get to spring. It's like a Chinese water torture because it's like you think it's gonna start warming up and then it goes right back down, and then you think you're over the hump and it goes right back down, and it just like keeps teasing us.
You never fully thaw until like July.
Yes, we get 1 month of warm weather and then it's back to the cold.
I am in Georgia, so yeah, I'm
Okay.
super spoiled. I grew up like in PA and I lived in New Jersey before we moved here. So yeah, so I'm familiar with somewhat horrible weather, but as soon as I like moved here, I completely lost all of what is it, like the brown fat or whatever, your Eskimo fat, the thing that keeps you warm in the cold. Like if it's like 60 degrees, I need to wear a jacket now. It's just like I've lost all toleration for cold.
Yeah, I hear that.
So you lost
Yes, and
your
you're upstate
Aryan
New Yorker,
grill.
now living in Arkansas, so same thing.
Yeah, I'm in DC, and it's been really hot here lately. They finally fixed my AC, but like, dude, for the past week and a half, I've been coming back home to like an 85-degree apartment.
Oh my
Brutal.
gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's
Luckily
it's
you have AC
my
now,
kind of
so that's
temperature.
good.
Yeah, here in the winter, our apartment is always 80 degrees because I don't know. It's like all the heat. We're on the top floor. All the heat goes up, up
Yeah,
to us.
rises.
We're always so freaking hot. And then I don't know.
You live like in the boiler room secretly. You're just
I live where? What?
living in the basement next to the heater. You live in the boiler room.
It's what it feels
But
like.
you said you're on the top floor. That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But the AC doesn't work in winter. Our AC units don't work in winter, so I don't know. It's like we crack open a window, but then it gets way too cold, and then close it, it gets way too hot. Oh, it's miserable. But anyway, enough about my woes. Let's hear some. Oh, also there was a super chat from Big Hair Tsunami on the White Oak Creators Guild Buy Me a Coffee. He's for $100. He said, "WolfShield is a nerd." Guilty as charged. He said, "Thanks for presenting new music, brother." Well, thank you, Big Chad Tsunami. Always really appreciate the support, and that'll go towards one of the many projects I have in mind for White Oak Creators Guild. One of them, I think, that's going to be kind of spendy. Is going to do like a calendar and commission an artist for each month to do a particular, painting for the calendar. I think Sally, you had suggested maybe doing landscapes first for our
I
first
think
sort
that
of.
would be really nice. Yeah. I think that'd be, there's so many like ways you can go with that. Yeah, so I think that would be really cool. And yeah, so like keyword is commission. So you will be, getting paid, right? That would be
That's
really nice because
yes, that's the idea. Is I want to pay each artist $50. For 12 paintings, that'll be, I guess, $600. So I'll have
that's that's pretty cool.
to figure out where the money. I'll put some money of my own, towards
I
that,
will as well, yeah.
towards paying, and then hopefully we can maybe get a few more donations, and yeah, we could get that project going, because I think it'd be really cool. And yeah,
A whole year of beautiful artwork to enjoy.
absolutely. All right, so we'll go to our next song, which is, let's see here, Mr. Hinky, who is with us.
Yay! I don't know what song you're gonna play yet.
In a railway station dim stands a soldier, tall and slim. His gentle sweetheart's eye kissed a tear, and he whispered soft and low, "Kiss me, darling, I must go, but I'll return to you, so have no fear. I won't be back until it's over, but I promise when it's over I'll be coming back to you. I am needed in the city, don't know just how long I'll be. So dry your big brown eyes and don't be blue. When you're lonesome and alone, just remember I'll come home, and we'll sing our songs like we used to do. I won't be back until it's over, my little darling, but when it's over I'll be coming back to you. Many months have passed away till the postman came one day with a letter addressed to her from the front lines. It was from her soldier boy, and it filled her heart with joy as words read of an end to our fight. I won't be back until it's over, but I promise when it's over I'll be coming back to you. I am needed in the city, don't know just how long I'll be. So dry your big brown eyes and don't be blue. When you're lonesome and alone, just remember I'll come home, and we'll sing our songs just like we used to do. I won't be back until it's over, my little darling, but when it's over I'll be coming back to you.
All right, nice one. Nice one, bro.
All right,
Thank you.
love that twang you kind of bring to that to your songs there, Hinky.
Well, I'll be honest, that is half my song. That is a rewritten version of a old song by Hank Snow, who was a Canadian country artist. He's most well known for I'm
Okay.
Moving On, and he has some other country hits. But I rewrote that one. I did an album last year that you had played a song from previously, called After the War. And it was kind of just a concept album about our struggle. And I really liked Hank Snow's version of that song. It was a World War II song. And so I just changed some of some of the lyrics, rather the war being overseas somewhere far away. It's in our towns, it's in our cities, it's a local thing, and also a little bit of a romantic element to it as well. So that's where the inspiration for that song came from.
All right, very cool. Um, yeah, so remember that I forgot to put the links in the chat, but if you go to the description box, you can find the links for Hinky and all the other artists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and recently my Bandcamp was banned and taken down, so I can no
show it.
longer. I didn't even know about it. I think it was
No
down for.
way, dude. What?
Yeah,
Why did
apparently
that happen, do you think? Why do you think they did that?
apparently all my songs about white nationalism
Oh.
and stuff were considered hate speech or something like that. So they didn't like that.
Gay.
Yeah,
Very
Bandcamp
gay,
is
very
is
cringe.
Very
Bandcamp
gay.
is
Yeah.
very eager to ban people.
Yeah, they didn't tell me.
Band camp. That's why they
Yeah.
call it that.
Yeah, that's what we've called that for a long time.
Gay. Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, nature of the beast, I guess. But yeah, it's still on YouTube and yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah.
go to his YouTube, make sure you follow there. He's got a lot of great songs there. We'll be playing all his songs over time. This will be a monthly thing, so, and keeping this kind of a shorter show. Hopefully, it's less than. We're already at like almost 40 minutes, but we'll try to keep this less than 2 hours, and then come back again in a month. And we'll play another Hinky song, and
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah.
Hinky, have you ever done, and I don't know if this is like insulting. I'm not a musician, so I don't know. Have you ever like gone out on the street and just like played your songs and like have people put money in your guitar case or whatever? Because I think that's kind of what your songs remind me of. Like, you just be walking down the street and hear like a really cool song and you just want to stop and listen. But yeah, I don't know if that's busking or something, right?
Busking.
Like, I don't
It
know if
is
that's
busking. That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it. Where I live now, it would
Oh, you should.
I just moved down here, and it would be a good spot to do. I need to get a PA system, but it is definitely something I've thought about. I've done a lot of open mics and stuff in the past, but that's not as fun as playing out on the streets and singing those kind of songs for people. Yeah, and you know what I like to do with my songs?
People
is on
love
the
that, I
surface-
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing political songs. Not all my songs are political, but I like that anybody can listen to it and just enjoy it, but people who are really listening might be able to understand the political subtext of the song. So being able to go out and play that kind of stuff would be a good and beneficial thing to do. So maybe one day.
And I'd love to hear you play live at the next Arts and Culture Nova event.
Yeah, I actually just got back this morning from a Nova weekender out here, and we did some singing some songs. Carson Brooks, who I believe you've had on here, he did some songs for us, and a couple of the other Nova guys. We have a lot of great musicians, so I am definitely looking forward to the next arts and culture event.
Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
And I think that'll
Love it.
be in the fall, likely. So if you aren't part of Nova, you should try to get vetted, and so you can go to their events, because yeah, these arts and culture events, very cool to have like an actual IRL meetup for artists. And Sally, you were at the last one with me.
I even painted Carson's portrait. I should put that. I should put that on here sometime. Yeah.
I'd like to see that. He abused my guitar. I let him play it this weekend, and he smashed. He went all in on it, but fantastic.
Oh, he gave it back to you all bloody or something?
Broke it in half. He's like, yeah, there you go.
I said, that was great, man, but don't ever do.
Smashed it on the stage.
Sorry, bro.
It was the heat of the moment, bro.
My guitar doesn't want me to play it anymore. Let's just say that.
For the cause,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
My guitar doesn't want you to play it anymore. I'm so sorry. Poor guitar.
Thank you for playing me.
Absolutely. I really love, you got like a distinct style for each of your songs that just feels very, I don't know, hinky,
There you go.
All right. And then we got another song from another person on the panel, another new artist, Mr. Tranceiver. We're going to play one of your songs now. Oh,
Great.
actually, hold on. Before I do that, I should read the super chats that we got in. So we got a super chat of $50 from the Desperate Void, good friend of mine. And he said, "Hail the white oak and our folk." Well, hail to you, brother. Thank you so much for that. And then also there was and that was on the White Oak Creators Guild Buy Me a Coffee, but on the WolfShield Studios Buy Me a Coffee, got a super chat from Uberfolk for $25 saying, "Looking forward to the next film from WolfShield." Well, thank you, man. I'm really, I feel like I feel a lot of pressure on myself to really, knock it out of the park with this next one. Really kind of prove what I'm capable of. What's capable. So gonna go pretty big with this one. So, all right. So we'll play this next one now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, wow, what a cool song. Burkana in the chat, you're saying feels very nostalgic.
So, what do you guys think?
That was badass. That's up my
Yeah.
alley right there. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love songs
Yeah,
that start out.
I
Oh,
make
sorry,
all
I'll
this
let you go.
stuff, with us in mind. I always try to make something that's beautiful, even if it's emotional one way or another. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to make, something that's like really intense.
It feels like Burkana mentioned, it feels nostalgic, right? Like, doesn't it kind of bring you back to like the 2000s? Is that what you were thinking, Burkana?
Yeah, it reminded me of being a kid and like just listening to kind of music back in like the early 2000s, like around 2000 to 2010 ish. And I find that nostalgia very comforting.
Yeah, me too.
And I do feel the intensity. And I was actually wondering, like, because you mentioned you wanted it to be intense. Why is that? Like, why was that your goal, like initially, or did it just turn out that way, or is that, yeah?
No, I mean, I want it to be like, kind of emo, hardcore. The emotion of the song to me is really intense. It's about like basically a guy like dreaming of his lover who he's wronged in the past, and they're like, well, why are you, asking me for reprieve or anything? Like, you sow what you reap.
Yeah.
That comes
Wow.
across very, very strongly, for sure.
It does.
Very
Yeah.
powerful emotions with that song. Like, what would you say your influences for this would be?
Yeah, and just, I don't know, embellishing the story of the song. The character of the song has this dream, and then the end is, I cry to the void and ask why. Like, there's no reply.
Wow. That is intense.
Right, and the way the song just kind of ends, so it feels like it kind of ends suddenly, and that it kind of captures that feeling of putting crying out and then hearing nothing back.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with this band, but it kind of reminded me of a Swedish band called Life Lover. It's kind of a mix of emo, nostalgic type music, and then maybe some black metal elements too, which wasn't a whole. I mean, there was some black metal elements in that towards the end too, with the vocals and the percussion, I think. So that's what it made me think of.
Oh, that's cool. Love it.
Did you have any particular influences for your sound, Tranceiver?
Thanks. Yeah, I try to channel a lot of Nordic stuff. I just feel like, when I make music, I get this inspiration from Woden, and I don't know. I like to think that it comes out of some of these like Nordic, like almost like black metal stuff, just because of like my blood relationship to those people. I have a big ancestry, including those people. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's mostly crickets, man. I hope you guys actually liked it.
Oh, I think it was great. And
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
You loved it a lot.
To your connection with Odin and Nordic mythology and black metal music. Some of my music is connected to that, not entirely, but I have some tracks where I try to channel that. I've listened to a lot of black metal in the past, and I'm very connected to Scandinavian ancestry, and it's just, there is something powerful and intense about it and nostalgic for me personally. So I really relate to this, and it resonates. So definitely keep going with this. I think it's great, and it seems like everybody else is connected to it as well in their own way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, thank you. I don't get the chance to share my music too much, so anytime where that happens is really special.
Did you play the all the instruments on it?
I did.
Like,
yeah,
how do you?
drums are
Oh, that's great.
programmed. But
and your
I did the
vocal,
bass,
you did the
guitar, all the
vocals?
vocals, all the accompaniment.
Because the vocals are really powerful.
Yeah.
Like they really really strong vocals that really draws you in.
Yeah, and if you guys want to listen to more of my stuff, it's tranceiver.bandcamp.com.
Yep. Link in
That
the
is
description.
the opening track to this EP I wrote called Heart to Heart. And the title track's right after this one. The flow,
We'll
I think
probably
it's really
play
cool. Like you hear a
more.
reap and then you hear this kind of more mellower kind of love song.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing more on future shows as well. And
But yeah, I
Nice.
mean, Blinky, you're another musician in the room, man.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
yeah, fantastic stuff. And I hope do you got like more in the works?
Where would you say that your creative process comes from?
I'm like going in and out. Can everyone hear me right?
I've been working on trying to write more like politically active music, and it's something I could really use helpful because I've done a lot of stuff, and I don't know, I scrap a lot of it because I'm just like, this can't be like corny. You know, I want something that's, even if it's political, like not like forced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
struggle with that myself. I don't mean to interrupt, but I would love to hear about this too.
Sorry, were you asking me about that?
Yeah, just where your
Okay.
like creative process comes from, especially with songs like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to play in a metal band myself. I used to play in a black metal band myself, and I played with a bunch of there were a bunch of lefties though, so I could never really I'd sneak in my stuff, my vague feelings about things wherever I could. But I always liked playing acoustic too. And I did a lot of non-political songwriting for a long time, and then it kind of just reached a point at the end of last year. I ended up getting I guess doxed and revealed for my beliefs, and all my my lefty musician friends cast me out. And so that was a big motivating experience for me, because I had been playing for years, and when I started, I just wanted to play music with people. But as time went on, my beliefs drifted in the opposite direction from most musicians in America nowadays. So that kind of experience was very inspiring for writing stuff like that. Just needing something to say, and it is difficult to write political songs without almost feeling a little corny about it. It's a difficult thing to do. So I think sometimes being indirect maybe is the best way to do it, rather than singing F the Jews or whatever you're gonna do. Just maybe try and do it in the context of a story. Which
I think it's
the
far
song-
better to be pro us than anti them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of both. Can't help it. But yeah, absolutely. And take inspiration whenever it comes and try to grab it. That's what I can recommend. But maybe we can chat more about it sometime.
Sure. Yeah. And if you guys want to talk to me, just hit me up on Telegram.
Now, Tranceiver, do you have more songs?
Same thing for the audience. If anyone's listening to me, if you want to, you can contact me through my Bandcamp too. Got a band email on there. So yeah, feel free to just send me a message if you guys want to work on stuff or collaborate. I'm really trying to foster some kind of music, like some kind of musical group or platform or something. I don't know. I was talking about this a little bit last night, and it was sort of a build it and they shall come thing. So yeah, I've been working on some music myself. Love to work on music with other people. Try to get a thing going on, because we're more powerful together than ourselves.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Tranceiver, can you hear me? I don't know if he can hear me. I don't know. Is the audio all right for everyone who's watching?
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Okay, I don't think Tranceiver can hear me at all for some reason.
Yeah, I felt like I tried to talk once and it was like people couldn't hear
Yeah,
me.
I had a band when I was in college, and kind of the same thing happened to me. I mean, I couldn't meet any musician who wasn't just like a total crackpot, liberal.
Yeah.
Tranceiver, can you hear anybody besides me? I don't think they're coming through to you.
Yeah, can you hear them? WolfShield,
I
Sally,
can-
and Caitlin?
I can't hear Sally or Caitlin. They're both muted on my screen right now.
But you
Can you hear me when I talk?
She just spoke. And you
Yeah, I can hear you. Sally,
Can you
hear
me? Can you hear
No, I
me?
should be getting everybody. Sorry, I don't know. There's a lot of dead air.
Ask him if he can hear me.
Yeah, can you hear WolfShield?
No, he actually looks
Okay.
frozen on my screen.
You haven't heard me at all?
I can't hear him.
Okay, that's.
I just saw him
I kept
talk, I
asking
can't hear
him
him.
questions and he kept ignoring them. So he
We've
probably
been lost astray without our captain, man.
everybody can hear
Can
me.
you guys
though?
hear WolfShield?
Yeah, I think we
I
could all
can.
hear him.
Yeah,
I can,
yeah.
But WolfShield can't, or you can't hear WolfShield. I think that's the issue.
Oh,
Maybe.
all right. Let me try to leave and rejoin.
Yeah, why don't you leave and come
Be right
back?
back.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and Caitlin, you did we did hear you last time you tried saying something. Are you able to talk?
Okay, yeah. It was lagging a bit, but I think we're good now.
Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of strange
Technical difficulties, yeah, it happens.
Okay. Well, that's fun. All right, well sorry for that, folks. 'Cause yeah, I was talking and he must have thought that nobody was saying anything, and I think that was making him nervous.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's how.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't know if you look. I loved it. Tranceiver. Okay. Anyway, hard look. is in
Hopefully
the
he
chat.
he'll watch the replay.
Yes. Listen to the
And
replay.
he'll hear you then,
Tranceiver,
yeah.
and you'll hear all the praises I was heaping on
All
you.
the love.
All right. So I see hard look is in the chat. Shout out, brother. I was thinking about maybe playing one of your songs, but I think I'm gonna play one next week. Just so I'm trying to keep it to like 8 songs or whatever. So I'll play one of your songs next week, hard look. Tranceiver, can you hear me now?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm sorry for that interruption.
Okay, because I kept talking to you.
I was kind of waiting for you too the whole time. I was like, oh, what are we going to say something?
I was saying something the whole time. I was
Oh my god,
showering you with praise. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so we will go to our next song. Let's see here. Our next song is another new artist that I've not played before. A British sister duo. Here we go.
The leaves were long, the grass was green, the hemlock was tall and fair, and in the glade a light was seen of stars in shadow shimmering. Tiddy elves dancing there to music of a pipe and scene. A light of stars was in her hair, and in her raiment glimmering, he sought a river wandering far by light of moon and ray of star. Their baron came from mountains cold, and lost he wandered under the leaves. And where the elven river rolled, he walked alone and sorrowing. He peered between the hemlock leaves and saw in wonder flowers of gold upon her mantle and her sleeves, and a hair like shadow far away. Enchantment healed his weary feet, and forth he hastened strong and fleet. He saw the elven flower spring about her feet and healed again. He learned by her to dance and sing upon the grass and trembling. One moment stood she and a spell, and doom fell on Tirudia. Tirudia was dancing there to music of a piping sea. The light of stars was in her hair, and in her mane and glimmering, he sought her ever wandering far by light of moon and ray of star.
All right. Awesome. Beautiful voice from these British sisters. I think it's Julie and I forget Elisa something? Russell. The Russell sisters. So this was they took a poem from Tolkien about Beren and Luthien and turned that into a song. I see Bleunwenn is in the chat. She says, "Sorry, can't come with you. I have to take care of my cat." Yes. I guess her cat was not feeling well earlier. But we'll get you on next time. But these the Russell sisters, yeah, really beautiful traditional folk music, and of course, I'm a huge sucker for anything Lord of the Rings. That's just my all-time favorite film series. So, of course, I think this would I saw they re-uploaded it. I guess they had released it a couple years ago, but they re-uploaded it. And I was just like, oh, beautiful, love it. Have to play this.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was really pretty.
I didn't realize it was about Lord of the Rings. It made me want to play The Witcher 3.
That was amazing. That was an amazing song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
like do they play the harp, I guess? Is that the
Yes.
part of it? Yeah, that is really beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, I think Elisa or Alyssa or something like that. She plays the harp, and I think Julie sings. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully, I can get them on next time. They weren't able to hop on this time, and but hopefully, I'll be able to lure them on for for another show. They just released a whole album of traditional folk songs, so I'll be playing, those as the hey, eat, bake, sing. That's Julie, I believe. She says, "Hi, thanks for playing our song." And yes, I'll be playing more of your songs for future shows. So I'd love to have you come on because Yes, Alyssa plays harp. Okay, love to.
Oh,
chat
awesome.
with
Yeah,
you a little
I
bit.
would love to hear. Yeah, definitely come on if you can at some point, because I'll be bothering you with lots of amateurish questions.
Yes, and I always do this, in the afternoon. She says, "I'm watching but can't come on today." Yeah. But I always do these shows in the sort of afternoon here in America, so it is a European friendly time, so that European people can join us. Although sadly, no European people joined us today. Didn't work out this time. She said it's her little boy's bedtime shortly.
Aw.
Very cute.
We know the feeling.
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah, are you holding a little boy right there, Caitlin?
Yes, I am. He took a huge nap right before this, so yeah, I knew this would happen. He's like,
He's ready to party
energy right
now.
now?
Yeah.
right?
You ready to start rocking out?
Yep. Yeah.
He wants
so
to
my
comment.
mom- took my daughters and I to this like Irish music and dance festival just yesterday. So I'm like really like excited about Irish folk music right now. So that was like perfect for me. And I just wanted to say, WolfShield, like, good job on choosing. Like, I like how we have a lot of different styles here, and everyone is actually talented too. So I think that like, yeah, makes for a really good show.
I have pretty high standards when it comes to actually playing songs on here. But yes, I love the diversity, oy vey, of music that our people have. I think that there
But
was.
it's just, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, what were you gonna say? It's what?
I just think it's amazing how, most of these things are self-recorded, and it's a lot of times just one or two people creating this incredibly beautiful layered music. And yeah, it's an awesome time, I guess, to be like an independent musician as far as like your capabilities to record and make music. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
It really blows my mind, the talent levels that we have that just goes under the radar far too often. And all these artists are like, playing all these instruments themselves, like Burkana, you we'll be playing one of your songs here soon. But it's wild to me, all these extremely talented multi-instrumentalists, making songs just by themselves, just in their own sort of little recording studios in their house and whatnot. And it really is incredible to see.
Yeah, this is
Sarah,
encouraging for me to try to get my skills back too, so I can hopefully collaborate with some people in the
Do
future.
it.
So yeah, keep
Yeah.
working hard,
yes,
everybody.
if
Go
you haven't heard
Caitlin.
Caitlin sing, she's an incredibly talented vocalist. So when I'm going to be coming to
And she
to
plays the French
see her next month.
horn. So if you need a
No way.
hornist.
And the Baroque
That's not an easy instrument.
flute.
Thank you.
As I said, I said this last night there, but if it's not Baroque, don't fix it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna help her set up a DAW on her computer and kind of help her figure out how to do some music recording with a DAW when I see her next month. Oh, so Sarah Terra is in the chat. I think that's one of your friends, Caitlin. She says, "I'm late. Hello." She says, "Caitlin, you're doing amazing work raising up those babies."
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry, I keep like freezing. I'm back now. Yeah, Sarah's my friend from Return to the Land, so thank you.
well, thank
Nice
you
to
for
see
joining us, Sarah. Okay, I think. Okay, so the next song that we'll play. So there's a lot to say about it, but I don't know how much really to say, how much I want to say. It's from a very familiar voice that I think almost all of you will recognize if you haven't listened to this already. It's a familiar voice under a new name. And I'm not saying what the name of her previous project is just because there's like a history. There's her previous project was very closely tied with another sort of time and another man, who's no longer with us. And so that name kind of it brings a little too much pain for her. But she took a break for almost 3 years from music because of the tragedy that struck her family. She says in the chat, "I'm not anonymous, just FYI. Yeah, this is Mandy's new project." I just, I yeah. Fair enough. I don't know like exactly how to necessarily approach this the best way, but this is a new song from a new music project from a voice that I think you guys all will know.
Claps for
Right.
that. That was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. That was great. Is the person who wrote that in the chat with us right now?
Yeah, she's in the chat as Under the Dogwood music there, and I guess I'm not sure which I think she's in the White Oak YouTube chat. But she said, okay, she said, my old project was Hyrith. My new project is Under the Dogwood, with like a laughing, crying face, because I didn't know exactly how to approach it, just because, I don't know. She had never publicly posted that, and I didn't want to say something that she hadn't already said publicly. So I guess it was a little awkward, yes. But this is the new music project from Hyrith, which I'm very, very happy to hear music from her. There was, a period there of, things felt very, down, bad, sad after the loss of Jeff Winston. And when she sent me this song, and I was just like, it almost felt like a certain degree of catharsis after years. And that's kind of, I guess, what this EP that she's working on is a little bit trying to put her emotions from. She says, "It's okay, WolfShield, haha." Put some of her emotions that she's dealt with the loss of Jeff Winston into art, into creation, into song form. So she's got a 6 EP album that she's working on for this new Under the Dogwood project, and this is her first and her only released one so far. But hopefully we'll get another one soon, and we'll have a whole EP soon.
Oh, I am so excited. I love this music. It's beautiful. It's heartfelt. It's nostalgic, intense. I love the folk style, but it's still relevant. It's just really beautiful. And I think it's a great project, and I can't wait to hear what comes next.
Yeah, and I love that little accordion solo in the song.
Yeah, that's cool. It's really beautiful.
Sally, Caitlin, did you guys have any thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, it's super beautiful. I mean, it's just like very. It had just the right amount of rawness, but also it had, elements, some complexity to it as well. So yeah, it was really nice, quite beautiful. As everything that she makes is quite beautiful. It has a very graceful sound, and also her artwork is quite lovely. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing and hearing more from her.
Yeah. All right. I think we can go on to our next song, which is another song from someone on the panel right now, Berkana. Gonna play a song from her latest album release. What was the name of the album for this one?
Reflections in the Wood.
Okay. And is it still available for sale with cassette?
Yes, it's still available for sale on cassette. I do have some copies as well here in the US. And you can purchase it digitally on Bandcamp through Hidden Crypt Records on their Bandcamp.
Mm-hmm. And the links is in the description, so make sure you're going down in the description and checking that out. All right, here we go. God, how cool is that song? Just kind of,
Well,
I don't know, something about the vibe is just like kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Like it just, like it feels, I don't know, like it's supposed to be in a horror movie or something like that. I think it would work very well in my next vampire film.
I liked it very much how it was. I think it could translate very well with some heavy distorted guitars and some heavy drums as well. It gives me a doom metal vibe.
I was loving the folk style too. Those drums sound great, and just I don't know, just there's like a very raw sound to the drums. They sound huge. It's awesome,
Yeah.
and just like a big sound of like the whole mix. The guitar sounds like huge. Like I almost feel like I'm hearing it live, kind of thing, which I thought was cool.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt anybody if anyone has any more thoughts. Yeah, interesting.
Was there someone
yeah.
else was singing with you?
No, I layered it.
It's
with,
just you.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
great.
me. And actually, I have so many thoughts based on what everyone just said. I'll go with the first thought. As far as the vocals, I used my lower register for the main vocal part, which was kind of different compared to my first album. I used more like my mid-range to higher range. So, and this is my opening song to Reflections in the Woods. So, I thought it was interesting to start off with something kind of angry and with low vocals, and then layer with more mid to high range, which I've never done before. And so that was an interesting experiment for me. I do agree that it would be interesting to distort the guitars, and I do that in other songs on that album. And I do use a more raw, kind of like my attempt of black metal like vocals. And I could have done something like that in this song, but I tend to categorize myself more as a dark folk musician, or neo folk, you could say, in general. So I was trying to maintain that style, but also integrating other elements into it almost inherently, I think. And I have a tendency to cross integrate multiple genres within that. I can't help myself. So, and then as far as recording, I like more of a live sound in general. Like most of my recordings sound that way. I don't even know exactly why it comes out that way, but it just does. It could just be my ear, and how I'm hearing it in the moment. So yeah, I mean, and that song is very personal to me. And I was very pissed off when I wrote it.
Yeah, would you be able to share kind of what your
Yeah.
thought? Like, not Lucifer's kind. That's kind of an interesting phrase there that you're using. Like,
Well,
what
does anyone
does
have
that
any
mean?
thoughts on it? Like what you think it means? Because I'm kind of curious how it comes across. And then I can explain it. I'm just curious.
It just sounds like you. I mean, like to me, it sounds like you're trying to run from the devil. I mean, that's the. I don't tend to very closely listen to lyrics when I listen to a song. Sorry, but
So
that, I mean, that's just kind of the vibe that I got, that it's like running
yeah,
from the devil.
well, the person that it is written about is a real person. I'm not going to name names, but you could say, for in a general sense, it could be somebody that you might associate to be like the devil in your life, or an abuser, or someone that has really deeply hurt you. And I've never written anything like that before, so it was very difficult for me to release something so publicly. But the title, Not Lucifer's Kind, it's like you're so bad that you're not even Lucifer's kind.
Oh,
And then it's also a
interesting.
play on words, like you're
You're
not
worse than the devil, huh?
you're worse than the devil. You're not even his own kind. You're worse than that. and or you're not as kind as even Lucifer could be. You're even more evil than that. And then there could be another take, which is if you find Lucifer to be, it depends on the person, but some people might worship Lucifer. So it's like not even he would find you to be decent enough to be part of his group. Does that make sense? So
That makes a lot of sense.
it
I
kind of
like
just
that a lot.
relates to a lot of different people, I think, in different ways.
I love it when like a
Um,
title has like multiple sort of like meanings behind it.
yeah,
I think that's
yeah,
very cool.
that was the intention. The lyrics are more they're not so complex in general compared to other things I've written, but it's pretty loud and clear. It's just like I'm running away from you and you can go to hell. I pretty much said that very clearly. So it was very important for me to express that anger because I've never had the chance to do it at the time that I wrote it. And I think actually I sent a few people, including you, WolfShield,
You
a
did.
different version of that recording that was really wild.
I love that. I love that original version. I think you should. I think you should think about releasing it, the alternate version of it, because
Yeah,
it's so cool and weird and interesting.
it does sound like a horror film, like more than this one, this version that you just played, because it has the violin
Or
that's a
maybe I could
little
just
bit
play this.
distorted.
Could I play it on like one of these live streams one day?
You could, yeah, if you'd like to. I might as well reveal it because it's pretty out there.
It's unlike anything I've ever heard before, and your
It,
vocals are so unique,
thank
and
you.
the and the violins are just like it makes
Yeah,
the hair stand up on your stand up on your arms or
the
whatever.
the violin part is pretty crazy. I've never played anything like that before, and it's actually wildly different than anything I've ever put out on any album. So yeah, it would be interesting for some people to listen to, I think, if they want to.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
Yeah.
more of that sort of experimental, stuff that you kind of play around with
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, I do play around a little bit with experimentation on at least on my last album I did. Actually, both Songs of a Recluse and Reflections in the Wood, I have some tracks where it deviates from the neo folk and I'm experimenting with synthesizers or distortion or my vocals. It's not like melodic, it's more growls. Yeah, I kind of go
Yeah,
all
that's
over the
very
map.
interesting. Some of those songs you do a really unique style where you're like,
Yeah, I kind of play between whispering and then growling. I don't really have the deepest growly vocals, but I'm trying to work on it. Maybe in the future I'll do an album with more of it. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love any sort of new release from you. It's like you never know what you're
Thanks.
gonna get, and it's always exciting. And do you have anything in the works right now? Or you said you're pretty busy right now.
Yeah, so I'm in like music therapy training and I do have 3 kids and I work. So my goal, actually, I'll share this much. I will start working on a new album probably this summer. I'll work on it, and I might have someone help me mix and master it, which I didn't do before. And I'm usually very stubborn. I want to do everything by myself. I want to be a one woman show, but I'm realizing maybe I need a little help with the recording quality or maybe changing or getting ideas on what I'm doing, kind of get a second opinion on it from somebody who has a different experience. And I don't know. See what happens. That's all I'm going to say.
That kind of stuff is hard, I think, for every artist. Like the might be called the editorial process or the mixing mastering process, or whatever you want to call it, or just like for me as a visual artist, like doing a draft and then deciding, is this a rough draft? Is this a mid draft? Is this a final draft? Like that kind of decisions, I think, becomes easier when you have someone else to bounce the ideas off of. So yeah, that might be interesting. But I loved that track. That yeah, the vocals were like really, like I said, I thought it was somebody else. It was just so like you know, that your other range, like your deeper range was just so like it was heavy. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I can sing very low. And I did a lot more in this album, Reflections in the Wood, because I was angry and going through a really rough time. So I really channeled that part of my voice, and it was very metaphorical, you know. It got deep.
Yeah, it was great. It really it created a very deep mood. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That might be another reason why it's hard to involve other people in your creative process, because if it is really personal, you know, sometimes it's kind of I can't imagine. It's hard enough to release a song about something that's really, really personal. I can only imagine. So yeah, kind of sharing in that process with somebody else is probably, you want to have the right person on your team. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, I didn't really know if anyone would like it. And that's kind of another area that I think a lot of musicians or just creators are any kind of artists might deal with, is like, how are people going to respond to this? And I realized that I can't really worry about that. I need to be concerned about the process and what I need to get out of it. And if this is just my mentality. I don't write for people to listen to it. I write for the sake of expression and what I'm going through. And I just hope, like, okay, some people will relate to it and some people won't. And however, like, comes out, it will. And whoever is drawn to it will be drawn to it. And whoever's not won't be. And that's just how it's going to pan out. It's very natural, you know? So that was very difficult for me to just create that song and then put it out and not worry. Like, I was very worried, but it is what it is.
Have you gotten like feedback from it? Like, have you heard? You're kind of a sort of a reclusive, like your online
Yeah.
presence is very, very minimal.
Yeah, I am very minimal. I haven't heard that much, except just somebody said that my music was like femme fatale, like that album had femme fatale vibes.
Okay.
And I thought that wasn't my intention, but it was. I'm realizing that I'm getting more of a female audience lately, as I've been building followers, which I'm trying to do on Instagram. I don't have like a whole lot, but I'm slowly but surely trying to. And like I said, I've been very busy, so I haven't been putting much energy into my project, but I have noticed that I've been getting more of a female presence. And I think that's good because, you know, I think my music tends to be more like neo folk and dark folk tends to be more male dominated. And I think that's fine, but it's very difficult, I think, to be a female in that genre. So I want to expose it more to women too.
Want to bring
men.
balance.
Yeah, I
bring
want
a little more
balance.
balance to it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that.
I don't want it to be like just male and just female. And it, again, whoever is drawn to it is drawn to it. It is what it is. But I realized at the beginning, like, I was drawing more men, and that was fine. But then I was like, oh, what about women? Like, and I'm not really a feminist type. I'm not really into that. That's very like lefty. Sorry to say, but I'm not a big fan of it. Though I believe like women should have power in their own right. I think men should too. So I appreciate what you say. Like, there needs to be a balance, and that's what I'm looking for. And I think I've been finding that so far. You know, it's been interesting seeing like who wants to listen to my music or who follows me. But at the end of the day, it comes down to just the expression. That's what matters most to me. And I think that's why I don't really advocate my music so publicly. Like, I don't really put that much effort into it, because I'm not about you know, I'm not histrionic. I'm not trying to be like, look at me. It's all about me, you know. Anyway.
You want to just make the art and just kind of not have
Yeah.
to worry about,
Yeah.
look at me, look at me. You just
Yeah,
want
and
to
I
make it
think
and put out, and whoever sees
that's
it
right.
sees
Like,
it,
it's
I
just
guess.
out in the ether, and whatever happens, happens. And I feel like that should be an important message for everyone who creates. Like, that's just my advice to anybody. At just heart to heart, you know, artist to artist, like, just ask yourself, like, what does this mean to you, and why are you doing it? And I think it's, you know, best to do it for the sake of it, you know, creating, because we need creators in the world, and we need, especially, I will gladly say this, we need a lot of more creators in our sphere of our own race. I will say that. I definitely think that's important. We need to, especially European heritage. I'm very proud of my European heritage. And I think, yeah, you know.
Yeah, because no one else is going to make authentic representations of our spirit but us. You know, we can't.
Yeah.
You can't rely on, you know, the whatever, you know, the vampires in charge of the media.
Yeah. And actually, going on to what Hinky and Tranceiver were talking about earlier, I can relate to shying away from political, you know, topics in my music, because there is this notion of having, you know, people getting offended. You know, people get so offended so easily, especially where I live. I live in Connecticut. Everyone gets offended by all kinds of things. And if I were to openly say, like, well, I am proud of who I am, you know, I'm proud to be white, or I don't agree with this group, or I have thoughts about that group, or whatever it is, or there's some truth that I'd like to share that I feel strongly about, it's very difficult to do that without somebody getting reactive. And that reaction is what I'm afraid of. You know what I mean? Like, going
I
out
think
and standing up for what you believe in and who you are and where you come from, without someone imposing on you, oh, well, you, like, are an evil person. And it's like,
Yeah,
does that
but
make sense? Does this all make
yes,
sense?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I do think that I think that there is sort of a change in the wind, though. Like in
Yeah.
recent times, it does kind of feel like it's less of like a taboo thing to just simply be for, you know, for yourself, for the white race or whatever.
Yeah.
well,
It
if I
does
could just
feel like things
make
are kind of changing, but like at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I don't. What we're doing is like it's no different from any other race who does something like this. This movie Sinners that just came out. It's like, I don't know if anybody saw. I actually watched this movie Sinners. It's
it
like
was
it's the black vampire movie. I watched it because I was interested in seeing what a vampire movie with sort of racial subtext, because that's kind of what I'm doing with my next movie. But it's like, you know, nobody, like every race should be making art that represents themselves. Like Sinners, I actually enjoyed the movie Sinners for what it was.
Mhm.
It wasn't a great movie. Like towards the end, it kind of got a little sloppy with the writing, but I enjoyed that it was sort of like this racial. There's this deep racial context to it, subtext to it, particularly around music, and how music and is intertwined with like black culture, you know, their
Mm.
particular song. There's one scene in the movie that's really cool where it's set in the 1920s, and there's a guy at this bar, and he's playing blues, and then it's like it then the camera starts moving around, and it's sort of like it's starts the narrator talks about how it's like the music connects you to your past and your present and your future, and the music and the camera starts moving around, and it's like it shows like Africans playing like drums on like in ancient Africa, and then it's got like it jumps into like modern type of hip hop music and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool, and I thought it was a very powerful message for like how music is so like important to like a racial group, you know?
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah, but
and it's
then
just there's
the
nothing
whites that
wrong.
play Irish music, those were by far the best songs in the whole movie.
For me,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
personally.
awesome.
I don't care about like the you know, the whatever, the music that
Work into rap
it was
music
more
is
like
what
I can vicariously understand the message, you know? And I think it was an important message. And it's something that I think we all like. I would actually recommend everybody watch Sinners just because I think that it does have a cool racial message to it. But it's obviously not for us, it's for black people, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And I definitely agree that each race or group or ethnicity should be proud of who they are. I just find it difficult as a musician to advocate what I believe in about my own race without feeling like I am going to seriously upset people outside of my race. That's something I struggle with, and that's why I shy away from politics, and that's why I shy away from racial ideologies that I might feel about, you know, my own race that I care about. And I think it needs to be discussed more. Especially amongst white people. I don't really have. I honestly feel like in my experience, maybe it's my generation. I don't know, that it tends to be like hush hush or taboo to talk about it, rather than just being explicit. And again, that could be more of where I live. Like I live in a state where like it's it's extremely liberal. You can't say something without someone going like, well, you have white privilege, you can't say that. So that's where my I hope this
Yeah.
is all relevant to you
No,
guys.
no, I think it is, and I think that, you know, that mentality still exists, obviously, but I think it's kind of getting a little antiquated, you know?
Yeah,
Like, I feel
and
like the zeitgeist is really kinda is changing quite a bit,
yeah.
where I
It's good to know.
like 5 years ago or whatever, I would talk about like some racial stuff to people, and people were like, oh my goodness. Nowadays, like I can talk about it and nobody really blinks an eye anymore. It's just I really feel like things have really
They're shifting.
changed. I think there is a big shift in the wind, and like like you go on Twitter. I mean, like you're not you're like Elon
Yeah,
Musk, the richest man in the world, is like tweeting pro-white tweets, like explicitly pro-white tweets like every single day on Twitter, and it's getting, you know, hundreds of thousands, you know, 200, 300,000 likes on it. You know, I definitely think there's a change in there's always going to be that there are going to be people who are kind of ossified liberals who are kind of stuck in the past to a certain
but
degree.
I think it's really and what we were talking about this at Nova yesterday because we had a couple musicians there about creating parallel music spaces because in my experience playing in a big music scene in Michigan, um, people, you know, it's very left leaning. There's a lot of Antifa people, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that just want to play music. And so they just kind of go along with what everybody else believes and incidentally kind of end up believing those things. But if you're able to provide kind of a parallel space where people of our like mind are able to play their songs and get their message out free from, you know, leftist attacks or whatever, you know, they're more likely to do that. So I mean, that's something that at least we've talked about with Nova, and you know, something that you're doing here with the White Oak stuff as well. Is
To
you know,
build
maybe
up
one day we can
a
all get
space.
together.
that
Yeah,
is specifically for us and can kind of encourage people to be more, expressive or to feel more comfortable, I guess, with who
absolutely.
they are and sort of expressing that in their own ways. And I think some people are going to be explicit, some people are going to be implicit. Personally, I like the more implicit stuff, like without putting too fine a point on it, stuff
I think
myself.
that it helps to, I think a lot of people have an idea of like, okay, pro white music is this. It's skinhead, oi sound. It's black metal, that kind of
It
thing.
was that for a while.
Yeah, and like so there were specifically curated elements that made it a certain way. Now that things are more diffuse and more people's sound and voice can be heard, I think it's really important for like folk musicians and classical musicians to kind of step forward and say, hey, guess what? I know lefties probably listen to music like exactly like what I'm playing, but I have beliefs that differ from yours,
Yeah.
but haha, guess what? You still like my music, I bet. So, I mean, that might be kind of an important thing to show that, we've got a lot of different sounds and, yeah, it's a cool, a lot of people I think struggle with this, like that everything is political now, even if you don't want it to be, or people will label you politically whether you want to or not. So maybe it helps if you are just like out there with your politics because
Like,
they're
I might
probably
as
going to
well.
decide.
Yeah.
You might as well. But it's what you're comfortable with. I mean, it's your art, but it is a shame when your art is wildly misinterpreted. That's part of the art process, is putting out a product, and people are going to decide what they want to think about it. But everybody likes to hear from the artist because then it provides insight to something that that is both, it's out there in the public, but it's also super personal. So I
Yeah.
think, I think it's important that little by little, folks feel more comfortable expressing their views, and whether you have some hardcore ideology or you just have a general normal feeling of like, I like my own people,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Every other race, likes their own race, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with white people also doing that. Yeah.
Some might say we're the most likable of all.
Well, it's like everybody's trying to get into our country, so um
Well,
that
thank
was
you
a
for that conversation. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
that was a good
Glad we
that
went
was a
into
fun
that.
conversation. I like that. That was very good.
Yeah, I could talk about it all day, and I have so much more to say, but I will stop there
We'll save it
because
for next
another
month.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Jack White is in the chat. He's saying, "Play a song. I gotta go to bed soon." All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna wait
Alrighty.
even longer to play a song just to annoy you.
Ha ha.
No, all right. We'll play the next song here now, and this is from somebody I found on Instagram. I reached out to him to see if he would be okay letting me play one of these songs. And he's not a political guy. He's just kind of likes music that has a kind of a particular vibe that I felt would fit in with this, and he seemed cool with me promoting his music. I'm not super familiar with him. Maybe one day we'll be able to get him on, hear from him. Yeah, I think he's over in England as well. So yeah, brand new artist again for you, and here we go.
hazy gloom and summer sky. Roamed in woodland far, led by sun, led by moon, led by star. There the heavens came upon me. Earth surged beneath my feet. And the green became all I was to be. It would seem fall to flower yields, frozen roots to summer fields, primordial ever born, flower yields to fearsome fawn. There the welkin came upon me. Earth surged beneath my feet. And the green became all I was to be. Palewood sea. Palewood sea. Palewood sea. Moon away the sun and see the lightning. Moon away the sun and see the lightning. Oh, Hellwood sea. Moon away the sun and see the lightning. Moon away the sun and see the lightning. Oh, Hellwood sea. Oh, Hellwood sea. Oh, Hellwood sea.
All right, very cool. Um, yeah, what did you guys think of that?
It's epic. I
Caitlin,
love
did
this
you have
band.
any did you have any thoughts?
Hi,
Haven't heard
sorry, yeah, I am here. Yeah, I just want to apologize for like being here, there, everywhere, and then my like internet is really slow, so my husband keeps trying to fix it. So
Okay.
yes, I liked it. Very good. I wanted to like from the last one, Burkana. I just wanted to say like I appreciate like hearing the lower voice and just people kind of working with maybe not extremes is the right word, but I like hearing people kind of push their limits musically. And I just wanted to say to you, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting to know you somewhat. We've done a few streams together, and I think it's really cool that you can like put your whole self out there and that your songs have like different meanings to them. So I don't know. I just appreciate that. And I think like people are just going to get upset at things almost no matter what. So I don't know. Sometimes
No,
it
you're
is
right.
really hard not to care, but
No,
yeah.
you're right. It's something. It's more about like being protective. You know, I don't want to draw in the wrong people that might end up wanting to hurt me or something like that. Like that's what I worry about. I'm like,
Yeah,
if
and that's
I
a good
Well,
point,
say this or
especially as a
bleed to
mom
death,
too. You're like passing on those vibes to your kids, like anything that you consume, I guess.
that's another thing. I have children, so
Yeah.
I prefer to that I don't know, but you're absolutely right, you know. I can only please everybody so much, and people are going to have their reactions if they do. So I appreciate you
It's a
saying
creepy
that.
feeling. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, and I think part of it is it's going to help when we have established our community to a point where it's it's kind of like unspoken for some of these other racial groups that their community is going to rally around them whatever happens, whether there's a valid criticism or not or whatever, that just happens, and they feel a security from that, I think. And our folks don't, like so many people have been left out, to battle on their own. But again, as WolfShield said, I do think it's changing, and the more
well,
that
just
we,
with like look at the
yeah,
Shiloh Hendrix case.
exactly, yeah, that was a huge watershed moment, and I think more and more of those things are happening where it's just like people
Hmm.
don't, they're tired of seeing white people getting, shit on and trampled, and but we need to like step up as a community and rally around our people so that artists like you feel more comfortable that like it is creepy. Like I was doxxed and I had people come to my house and it was very
Oh man.
creepy. Like it's just a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling. And so I totally
Yeah.
get it. But we gotta, yeah.
I got doxxed also back a few years ago. But the thing is that like our numbers are now just like so great that like it's like they can't really do that much anymore. It's not
Yeah.
really hardly even a thing anymore.
Definitely something to contemplate about for sure. This is very interesting.
Yeah.
And I think it is affecting how I might approach my music in the future. So I appreciate this conversation.
All right.
And Third Eye of the Crone is a great band, I must say. I love their
Right.
music, or his music.
Were you familiar with him?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. So you had you knew about him.
I just
Yeah.
discovered him
I'm a
like a
huge
couple
fan.
weeks ago, and I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome. I need to play this." Yeah, all right. So we hit 2 hours. I was hoping to.
We did it.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to actually be less than 2 hours, but it's okay. I think we had a really fun conversation and played a lot of great tunes. And I don't know. Do you guys want to go around, give some final thoughts, or promote anything?
I'll go first. I think the songs were really good. Well, excluding my song.
What? Don't
I'm not
stop.
Don't say
Stop.
that. Your song is
Absolutely,
amazing.
including yours.
But I think the song choices were very good. Everyone was great to talk to. I'm glad that I opened up a bit today, and I had a fun time. Thanks for having me.
Well, it was really great to have you with us. I
Awesome.
really enjoy that. I get to, you're a reclusive person, and I feel honored that you're willing to kind of come on and chat with me.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I should probably get out more.
Yeah. All right.
I can
Sally?
go next. Yeah. Well, yeah, Berkana, I really, it's just great to be able to talk to, like I said before, to be able to talk to the person that made the artwork is just like, it's the best. And so we really appreciate you coming on and sharing your music with us and your insights. And so that's wonderful. and the other gentlemen that were here as well to talk about their music and their process. And yeah, it's really a privilege to get to do that. And yeah, WolfShield, another banger, man. You put together a good playlist.
I
Did
love that. I
you,
love
when you
putting
were
together
younger,
playlists.
yeah, like did you when you were younger make like mixtapes or like, yeah,
That was
obviously
my
like maybe burnt
passion.
CDs?
It was
Yeah.
my
Oh, me too. Yeah.
passion to make a CD of like new interesting music that people would probably have never heard before, and to make it like, you know, as diverse in sounds and songs and styles as possible. You know, this like I put a lot of thought into it, and I would burn mixtapes and I would just give them to people. You know,
Yeah, like which song should come next and stuff, because like I had a
exact.
tendency to
It's like
like
I don't
certain
want.
kind of music,
I,
but you know, I want a up song, a down song, a medium song.
I would always say I don't want genres touching.
Totally. Yes, I get
I
that.
hear that for sure. I
It's
would
like
do
a
the same
collage.
exact
It's a
way.
collage of music.
like
Yeah,
like on your
collage.
plate, you don't want them touching. You know. So yeah, this was always this is something I've always just loved doing. And then, you know, I got involved with the White Art Collective, and I started doing that with the music there and making CDs and whatnot. So yeah. And I make these you know, these CDs and just give them away to anyone I meet for free, just because I love to promote our great artists and introduce people. All right,
It's
Caitlin.
awesome. It's a great service to our people.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, totally. Okay, final thoughts. One of the guys, the one that went to Nova, was talking about like parallel music spaces. I think, yeah, almost to everything we do, like any problem that we are talking about, I feel like it always just goes back to, okay, we just need our own spaces. Like there's kind of no fixing like the greater sphere at this point. Well, yeah, everyone knows Sally and I are part of Return to the Land. Berkana, you might have a good time if you join. We have a women's group on Telegram. I think there's about 80 of us. So it's not like huge, but it's like nice. And I've met
It's
like,
super active. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super active. And yeah, like Sally and I have met probably at least half of the ladies in there, almost all of them. And like, yeah, everyone's really cool, and we can. Like,
there's some amazing women, like, yeah, that have like amazing skills. Like there's like seamstresses and people that, you know, love to cook and like to do everything. Yeah, so it's just a really cool group. But yeah, we would love to have you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Lots of moms that don't get out a lot, just like all of us.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I just am always so busy. But that sounds very nice. That group.
So yeah, let's all get into the White Oak Art Collective group and get all of our groups going. Let's start collectivizing now. So
absolutely. I mean, that's
like a long-term project.
It's inevitable that we'll just sort of like start accumulating, you know, places together, you know. And I think
and you know,
the Return to the Land thing, it's like the early pioneers of this mentality, but it will get bigger. And
you know what I heard the other day, I read somewhere like a criticism that was being levied at, like, oh, here's another group that's going and, you know, making a compound or whatever, and like, you know, they were comparing it to Branch Davidians or, you know, some kind of thing like that, or like, you know, see how it worked out for, you know, Randy Weaver, whatever. But it's not that now, because we are so there. We have women literally all over the world in the women's group. Like RTTL has people all over the country. So it's like, okay, like let's just think about some crazy situation. Like, oh, feds are going to come and like firebomb, you know, Arkansas. That's not going to, like, there's so many more people involved in it than just that like there's, again, like there's a sphere of people that can rally around us now. And yeah, and like y'all said, it's just going to grow and grow. And yeah, we're in a different time, and I think that's exciting. And I think it's really
we are very quickly approaching critical mass for white racial consciousness. You know, you can feel it in the air. It's pretty
Oh,
cool
for
to
sure.
see.
Yeah, that's I have been picking up on that. I will say, but I think you know, I'll say this much. I come from a family background where there are some extremists, and I'm not as extreme, but you know, I've been taught to be very, very protective of
Yeah.
being a proud white person. So,
Yeah. I'm not an
um,
extremist at all either.
yeah, me neither, but that's why I have this mindset. You know, it's like, oh, if I even go near saying I'm proud to be white, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's how I was
And
taught
like,
to
there's a
think.
lot of, I think there's like collective trauma just with everyone,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
everybody has seen a lot of crazy stuff. And so totally understandable. It's
yeah,
all in good time, you know, it's an
yeah,
unfolding process.
yeah. No, it is. And I'm feeling a lot more comfortable now. So that makes me happy. And I'm very, very grateful and glad to be able to have had this discussion and just be open about it. And I'm glad that we've, you know, gotten to know each other more, you know,
Well, it's
in general.
really awesome to have this conversation with you and be able to get to know you and chat and stuff.
Yeah. And the music was great. Great music.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining. And this was our first of the White Oak Favorites shows. And we'll be back again next month with another.
If I don't get us in trouble, I'm like
Yes,
such a
Sally,
troublemaker. Oh my goodness.
she's
Okay.
she's got a dog in her. She's you know, we'll write some of these White Oak posts and I'll have to edit out all her Fed posts and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Well, she always has to tone down my posts. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna take the, like, you know, extreme, super, you know, anti stuff out. But you do a lovely job, and yes, so
All right.
so it helps to have an
Well,
editor. Always appreciate your editor.
Yeah, sorry about
Good
that. I
training.
hope I didn't start something.
oh no, not at all. We're just having fun.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining again, and we will see you on the next one. You have a good night.
Peace.
Cool. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye.